Hey everybody, Jim here. Today I'm in the city of Kichijoji, which is in Tokyo. As you can plainly see, they're kind of a festive holiday motif going on here in the, right outside the train station. But I'm here today because upon checking my map, it would appear that there is a hard off somewhere close by. So I'm gonna go for a little walk, double check my Google map, and hopefully we'll be inside of Hard Off pretty soon, finding some video games. So yeah, stick around. We're gonna find it pretty soon. Maybe. And I gotta run because the light's almost up. Okay. All right. Okay, stick around. Okay, so after apparently going in the wrong direction for a few minutes, because I guess I don't know how to read a map. I think we're back on track. I gotta go through this this kind of mall kind of area, which is pretty cool. I've been to Kichijoji once before because my apartment manager lives here, so I had to come here to pick up my key. Yeah, so have a look around this little mini mall, and I'm pretty sure that the Ghibli Museum is somewhere around here too, but you need reservations or tickets or something to go in there because there's a tour you have to go on. Anyway, I'm rambling, and none of this has anything to do with Hard Off or video games. So I'll get back to you when I actually find this Hard Off, assuming I'm not walking in the wrong direction again. So stick around. Alright, so we finally came to the right place. See, there's a mode off right next to the Hard Off. Mode off is like the Hard Off, but for normal stuff, non-video game related stuff. We got here. It's really big one. I've never been here before. I don't know what's where, so let's go inside and check it out.
A few moments later.
Okay, so that was the biggest disappointment ever. I didn't even bother to film inside that Hard Off because there was not a single video game in the entire place. It's the first time that's ever happened to me. All they had was audio equipment and home theater stuff. That was it. Not a single video game at all in a Hard Off. But the day is not over yet because literally just down the street from that Hard Off is a book off that I'm gonna go to instead, which hopefully will pay off much better. Okay, here we go. So yeah, that was soul crushing. Worst Hard Off Hunter episode ever. Especially depending on what they have in this book off. I swear, if they don't have any games in this book off either, this just isn't going to be an episode. This is all getting deleted. Alright, book off here in Kichijoji. Let's see what you got. Alright, so luckily some games finally in the book off here, not in the hard off. You can see here a nice little bunch of PS4 games, including Berserk Musou, new Berserk Dynasty Warrior style game, which I still haven't played yet, but it looks pretty cool. And they have some other cool stuff in there, Ratchet and Clank, Attack on Titan, various other things. Book off's usually good to go find some current gen used stuff. Persona 5, which is another one I still haven't played yet, but I'm told it's very good by some friends of mine who have already completed a playthrough of it. So PS4 and then plenty of PS3. I guess hard offs are good for finding, you know, current gen and last gen stuff too, but book offs, typically that's where, you know, they'll have plenty of that. And then PS2, which is always good. They actually had quite a few good PS2 games at this book off. Here you can see their fighting games section. Some King of Fighters Maximum Impact and King of Fighters 11, which is actually my favorite King of Fighters games. I think I've said that before. And then some other games there. Zatch Bell, which I have one of those games for the GameCube. I was thinking about reviewing at some point because it's really odd. I don't know the plot of Zatch Bell. I guess it just on the surface it looks like teenagers have like enslaved toddlers and force them to fight for their amusement. I don't really know what's going on with that, but and then PS1, including this nice little Final Fantasy collection. It says. I'm not sure what all the contents are in it, but it looks pretty cool. Here, just Final Fantasy VII, for about, I don't know, $2 to $2.50, something like that. Final Fantasy, what was that? 8 or 9 for like $8 or $9. Final Fantasy IV re-release for the PS1. That's pretty cool. And some Biohazard, nicely shrink wrapped. Even got the spine cards. Really good condition stuff. So there are actually some cool games in here. Stuff like if I didn't already have copies of them, I'd buy this Heroine Dream, which I thought was an interesting title for a game. Tron Bon, awesome. I don't come across too many copies of Tron Bon. It's nice to see that. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Hello. So again, there are actually good games in this book off, like stuff Clock Tower and Clock Tower 2, or Clock Tower The First Fear and Clock Tower 2. But yeah, stuff that, like, if I didn't already have these games, I'd be buying them up. So a nice little selection of games in here, even some cool box sets and stuff for PSP and Vita, I'm sure. So yeah, if you're, especially like if you want to buy some games for some Sony systems, book offs pretty much are always good for that. They'll always have some PlayStation and PSP and Vita and all that. Every book off I've been to has at least a decent selection of games for Sony consoles. Here, just a bunch of random books. I don't know what the hell they are. So I come around to the other side of the game aisle, where they've got lots of Nintendo stuff. You got your 3DS and DS, Wii U, all that on this side, and they even had some older games, some retro, quote unquote. Some Dragon Ball Z Kai game, not sure, and Dragon Quest V, I believe, which is really good for the DS. Actually, 5 and 4, the re-releases on DS are great. Lots of Wii U. You got your Paper Marios, your Mario Maker, Splatoon, Smash Bros, Mario Kart. Basically everything you're gonna want to have for a Wii. So yeah, these are book-offs are good places to go if you don't already have like maybe a whole bunch of games in your collection. You want to pick up some more current stuff. We've even got some Xbox and Xbox 360 games down here, which is cool. They didn't have anything. Yeah, the only thing I buy for the 360 really are the shooters, shoot 'em ups. I should clarify, like the bullet hell shooters and things like that, and then the occasional 2D fighter, because they do have some cool 2D fighters available for the Japanese 360 here. 2 Dreamcast games that are garbage, and then like there were little markers for PC Engine and whatnot, but no actual games for it. Lunar, the Silver Star, which is cool, and Shining Wisdom, I believe, and another copy of Lunar. So that's cool. Nice, a couple little Saturn games here. Nights into Dreams for 100 yen, or about $1. So that's a really good deal. Even some Gunbuddy Goemon, some Mystical Ninja, boxed, which is nice. Some loose cards, Rockman 7, that's pretty cool, and a loose card of Act Razor, I believe. But lo and behold, they have some box games, and they had a box copy of Act Razor, which I'm apparently having trouble taking off this damn shelf. But yeah, boxed Act Razor, and a handful of other games. Uno, if you're an Uno fan, and I don't know, something lame. So yeah, not like knocking my socks off, but I think that's wrestling, All Japan Pro Wrestling, Go-Go Akmon 2. The Go-Go Akmon games are some really good platformers. Dragon Quest 3, Mario All-Stars, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 right here. But yeah, I will say the Go-Go Akmon games, there's 3 of them. They were only released in Japan, but they are some pretty fun platformers. One Piece, Pokemons, all kinds of stuff. Biohazard Zero, which is a good Biohazard game. I do like that one. So, yeah, again, nice little selection of stuff here. Some Kunio-kun for your Game Boy, some Pokemons, some loose Super Famicom N64, all, so again, not this huge mind-boggling selection of games, but they had some pretty cool stuff. Again, if I didn't already have those games, I would be, wanting to buy them, especially at, the prices in this one were pretty good. $1 for Nights into Dreams can't go wrong. And then you got even some PS4s, PS3s, what have you, DS, 3DS, PS Vitas, PSPs, 2DSs, all in this case. So yeah, pretty cool. Not bad as far as games go, for a book off, that is. And then up here, take a look at some cool figures here. Really, this was the only other thing in this shop that I wanted to kind of check out a little bit. It's the top floor is the manga floor, and I'm just doing a walkthrough here because, just to give you an idea of kind of like the scope of just how much manga is in a book off. So just look around. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of books here. Manga. If you're a manga, avid manga reader or collector, then you'll just spend all day in a shop like this. That's why I'm doing a walkthrough, kind of just really quickly, because if I just tried to like go through and pick out all the the cool manga, like the stuff that I like, this video would be like, I don't know, 2-3 hours long, and I don't think we need 2-hour episodes of Hard Off Hunter. Not that kind of show. We just like to look at some cool games and figures and manga. We don't need to spend hours and hours doing that. You get the idea. There's a ton of manga in here. Anyway, that's really about it for this one. Kind of a bust for that Hard Off, but Book Off was pretty cool. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Alright, so I was able to salvage the day a little bit. That wasn't quite as awesome as I was hoping for with that Hard Off, but it was alright. There was some manga and figures, and I did pick up one game, so yeah, anyway. The Hard Off and Kichijoji, no actual video games in there, but there is a Book Off close by where you can pick up some some cool stuff, maybe some games or figures or manga or anime. Anyway, that'll do it for today, I guess. This is Jim in Kichijoji, signing off. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.